literally said. He literally, like... Dajahao, hi guys, it's Janae and welcome back to my channel, and today we are moving on to episode 21 of Justice in the Dark, and we had the breakup scene at the end of the previous episode, so I have no idea what to expect, if they're gonna drift further apart, if they may be gonna come together again. I don't want to hope for them coming together just yet, but we'll see. Before we do get into it, I just want to say a quick massive thank you to all my amazing patrons and channel members, and if you're interested in joining either of those for uncut and exclusive reactions to things like Justice in the Dark, the links will be in the description below along with my social media and my PO box, and if you want to subscribe, that's always greatly appreciated. But now without further ado, let's get into today's video. Oh, this is like immediately following. He hasn't even left yet. Let's hope he doesn't get kidnapped or something like that, cause you never know with the show. Oh, he wasn't planning on leaving, cause otherwise the car would have already been waiting for him. You know, with Peso, it's really the small gestures that give away how vulnerable he's feeling. Guys, I'm so scared that there's not gonna be a subversion of expectation in the same way that, like, because they've established a subversion of expectation with these flashbacks the last few times, and I'm scared this time it's not gonna happen. Sorry. I don't want to see this. I know it's not the end of the world, but it kind of feels like it. I'm glad he has someone he can trust.
间谍这事儿被发现了。
No, he left on his own.
那房子那么小，1天2天还行，一直让你憋居住里边，这也不合适。
看你的车。
He was perfectly happy there. That's the thing. Oh.
什么情况
That looks like
光天化日谋杀呀！
No, I think that's. I hope that's the way out, because otherwise, yeah. Is this official investigation things, or is this I am aggressively taking my boyfriend back to my place? Please let it be option 2. By almost murdering him, by the way. What?
请问陆长官，半夜劫听下属的车，是有什么教导没说完吗？
This is where you kiss each other if censorship were to allow it. No, I need to see that again. I'm sorry, that was so funny.
度假，裴总是我老板。
误会误会。在裴总手下做什么呢？
什么都干一点，主要工种。
To keep him safe.
挖掘机。
这就是机器猫。
No, stop. Like, I mean, I kind of liked Duja before just because of, I don't know, I liked his vibe. He seemed like he was both a good, trustworthy subordinate, but also kind of a little bit of a big brother vibe to Pesu. But, like, I'm just going with it. He said, "You are coming back home."
我有事情要问你，回去说吧。
He literally said, and like, I feel a little bit delirious right now. Guys, you have to understand, it's been a dry few years of censored Chinese BLs. I'm not used to it anymore. Why does it get to me so much?
No.
Also, not me only, as I was editing, not the previous episode, the episode before that, realizing that Peisu had been the one to prepare them breakfast. Because I realized when I was looking at it, it's technically a very sparse breakfast, but it's so clearly done with intention, because he cuts off the corners of the bread like he would prefer. Then you have a little bit of tomatoes and the milk. I can't believe I missed that.
咱俩聊聊。聊什么？聊玩机器吗？聊 Hello Kitty 吗？
You're gonna have to work a little bit harder to get him to lower his guard again.
我全都知道。那栋别墅，那个地下室。
That took him off guard.
裴素，既然你是个不痛不痒、不知道爱恨的变态，为什么你家地下室会有矫正和阶段的？
我干了一线探员这么多年，没见过他们当中的谁是喜欢折腾自己进来。
Well, that's something. But also the way that Lu Weijiao's voice is the softest I think I've ever heard it.
还有你身上的伤，是电击的时候留下来的吧？你就不怕灼伤内脏吗？你就不怕一不小心无声无息的死在你家地下室里？到底想说什么？
我没别的意思，我就是想告诉你。 在我这儿，你从来都归不到你口中变态那类。你以前总是爱惹我生气，幻想着拿个麻袋把你罩起来，好好揍你一顿。可是后来有一次
So weird.
裴老师，用不用给你买个水冰仪啊？ 没人在乎这点细节。
Oh.
你虽然常年皮痒欠揍，但有的时候挺招人疼的。
Guys, subtitle check. What? Let me see if I can hear it.
我当时就觉得，你虽然常年皮痒欠揍，但有的时候挺招人疼的。
Okay, yeah, no words that I can recognize personally, but please let me know if that was at all accurate, because I'm kind of dying.
虽然常年皮痒欠揍，
Just one more time.
但有的时候挺招人疼的。
I think he said something closer to sweet, but
还
still.
真是让人感到惋惜。所以我对你一直很严厉，跟谁都没有跟你在一起的时候气急败坏的次数多。那天的特调组，你明明是跟一群狐朋狗友在捣乱的，可是到最后，却一直陪着何宗义的母亲。
Yeah.
所以我当时觉得，就算我不管你，我每天推你，你也长不歪。
Oh my god.
裴素，
The music.
我这个人，在过去的很多次，我可能错过了你的求助。
But he won't miss it anymore. That's what he's been showing us. And I love how, just thinking back over the past few episodes, everything that we're hearing him say in this episode regarding both himself and Peisu is bared out in their actions in the previous episodes. The fact that Peisu has to sometimes enlighten him to the emotional side of things. The fact that when Peisu was about to shut himself back inside his emotional walls, Lu Weijiao came in and picked the lock to the door and made sure that he couldn't do that again. I know we can't get a hug, but I so badly want one. But words are enough.
但这次我会拉住你。
Okay. He said that. I mean, he can't physically hold on to him, but the words are so much enough. This is real. I'm not dreaming.
关于发生在那个地下室里的故事，你想跟我说的时候再说吧。如果你还是不相信我，不想对我坦诚，我不想逼你，也不想让
I
你
mean, that is so much good communication right there.
不早啊，早点休息吧。
师兄，那间地下室以前是裴成宇的。
He actually reached out to the hand that Lu Weijiao was extending, and I can't deal. But is that we're still at the start of the show. Like, I feel as if I've lived lifetimes just watching this intro bit. I'm sorry, my brain is very slow at the moment. How many times have I paused that we're only now at the intro bits? I'm so sorry. Whoever did the editing for this is... for the subtitles of the song is beautiful. That I had a theory about that, and I cannot for the life of me remember what that theory is, but it is very interesting that the table of 13 is referenced. I think my theory had something to do with one of the police officers being a betrayer, but it feels very surface level. So I'm wondering if there's more to it than just, oh, you know, we have a mole in the original group that Lao Yang and Huo Xiao, I can't remember, but Xiao Haiyang's mentor was part of. I can't believe that happened. I can't believe that happened. I can't stop smiling, I'm sorry. Okay, let's try and be normal.
裴成宇他是那种人，领头共情者中最危险的操控型人格。如果我妈犯了他的规矩，就会被他拖进地下室里惩罚。
哦，
从我懂事时候，我就一直想着要摆脱他，但也只是想，从来没有做过什么，直到他自杀。
Oh, the amount of resentment he was feel towards himself
他
for
被困在恶魔的牢笼里，
that.
身边只有一个无动于衷的我。
But he was only a kid.
裴成宇让他在每天睡觉之前给我念1个小时的书，他花了2年的时间。
Interesting, very similar to what Janitor is doing.
他终于亲自向我展示了什么叫不自由、 无宁死。
See, but this is the interesting thing is Peisu labels himself as part of that quote-unquote gene pool. But I think what he's actually feeling and not necessarily realizing he's feeling, and not to, like, if it turns out that he is genuinely part of that gene pool, I'll accept that as well. But I think in his situation, it's really hard to discern whether what he's feeling is because of his genes or because of as a reaction and a response to the abuse that he suffered as a kid. Because I'm leaning more towards that being the case.
一直反复的纠缠你们，逼着你们去调查，其实就是想利用你们给裴成宇。
To cause trouble for Peisu and the rest of them. Pei Chunye and the rest of them. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes so much sense. It kind of hurts. I think Lo Wei Jiao and the police force, by extension, was the closest Peisu could get to punishing his dad in his position. But I wonder if part of it wasn't also he didn't want to let go of the first glimmer of freedom that Lo Wei Jiao and Tao Zi represented, like emotional freedom in a sense where he could actually to an extent rely on them. They were warm, they cared, you know?
还有他们找麻烦。
他们，
你知道什么是寄生关系吗？
I mean,
就是你给他提供养分，
the meaning is
他
in
是
the
保护
name.
我。真正藏在黑暗里控制一切的人，才是真正的寄生兽本身。
Do
这
you
些事
know
你是怎
who
么知
that
道的？
is? Or-
裴成宇连这些事儿都不避开你吗？
这就要从我外公的死说起了。
Oh.
Well,
I'm
I'm
living
the
for the fact that we're learning so much more about
那
him.
不住想见他。
The irony.
一辆醉驾的车撞死了他。
Sorry, I mean the irony in the sense that I wouldn't be surprised if Pei Chunye organized that kill only to almost die in the same way himself. That would be very ironic indeed.
是不是听起来很像周氏豪门恩怨的翻版？
He always does this.
我当
Starts
时还问过
joking
裴
around
成
when it
我
gets
说
too
万一要是有人
intense
怀疑这个司机的背景，那么作为遗产受益人的裴成宇就太可疑了。裴成宇轻描淡写的跟我说，
Why?
这些
Why
事
is that
情
making
专
me
业人士
feel
说
things?
不会出纰漏。这是我第一次从他嘴里听到组织的存在。裴成宇定期向组织输送金
Like,
钱，
why did he look so much like an anime character in that moment?
我没能拿到这把刀，因为裴成宇自己被这把妖刀反噬了。
Oh, sorry, like the slightly unhinged edge, but also genuine amusement. I don't know how the actor does that.
我们不难推断滨海湾的用途啊。如果只是建立一个用于出租的私人坟场，应该不违背你父亲的利益啊。
The way the emotions and
恰恰
the
相反，
cases are
正是
so
滨海湾计划
intertwined in this just drive me insane in the best way
让
possible.
裴成宇感到不安了，企图把所有藏在黑暗里的人都吸引出来，捏住他们的把柄，建立自己的人格还有秩序。
所以裴成宇一开始认为自己饲养了这只寄生兽，他打算自立门户，让裴成宇降格成为一个普通的合作者。可是裴成宇拒绝出钱，他们还是
Thank goodness they're clever enough for each other.
裴成宇这种太把自己当回事的毛病，可能到死都改不过来。
But suddenly, the janitor potentially being Peisu's dad makes so much more sense. If the janitor isn't doing it for the greater good of all things, but doing it to get revenge on those who tried to kill him after he raised them up, you know? I didn't mean to accidentally reference the song, but that feels quite plausible.
你坦白完了，是不是该轮到我了？
That'd be great,
什么意思？
but Peisu won't
你就不想知
push
道
you.
所以师兄，你是怎么开始注意到启明阅读的？
He actually didn't. He was told.
老杨不知道从哪知道了这个 ID， 但是你刚才说有组织提供买凶杀人服务的事儿，让我确定了一个猜测。
老杨当年靠
I'm
着
living
亲历者
for the
提
fact
供的一
that
些
they're
线
being
索
open with
找
each
到了这个
other.
组织。
其中只有一点我不太明白，清理者在这当中到底扮演了什么角色？他们目的到底是什么？
Unless he went down to the underground area because he had a hunch that he wanted to confirm. Maybe because of something that the janitor said, and it ended up actually being a setup to lead to his death.
我倒是有一个猜测，不知道你愿不愿意听。
Always.
师兄，你不觉得
Oh,
奇怪吗？
beautiful frame.
为什么杜国生要放走夏新南？这不是明摆着告诉特调组这个女孩有问题，希望你们去审她。
Thank you. That is super
还有啊
weird.
以及和宗一的案子留下，也有很多师兄想要知道的未解之谜吧。
Smile.
他们就会迫切需要新的资金，需要找新的投资人，比如
裴总，
I mean, that's a pretty good theory.
根本就不会追究所谓的杀父之仇。更何况，我还偷偷的潜入了特调组，近水楼台的参与了调查。
That's what okay. That's why he was doing all the stunts, to show them that he was like his father. That's what he was talking about with Dujia earlier. Okay, that makes sense.
他们和你接触过，什么时候的事儿？你为什么不说？
Because you guys weren't
可能是因为
exactly on trusting sides.
我还没有做好自首的准备吧。
He was about to call him an idiot and I kind of love it. Oh, it's such a low wage response.
启明阅读的投资协议，在裴成宇的地下室出现过吗？
Wait, the investment contract for
无论怎么看，
the janitor.
我都是亲历者的最大嫌疑人。
犯罪心理学硕士研究生。
And the sad thing is, my brain immediately goes to Lao Yang's daughter. Because what I was fearing when we had her be very sad about her mom having cancer and her asking for time off from Lo Wei Zhao is that she genuinely felt that, but also was riddled with guilt over almost causing Peisu's death. Because I just found it interesting that the two coincided. He saw his name on there?
如果要能是那种人迹罕至的开发区就更好。
Oh, he
凶手
did
324
check the
连环杀
board.
人案的在逃犯。
Yeah. But Lu Weizhao said, well, I mean, he didn't actually say he would trust you, but he did kind of say that at the same time. We're not gonna catch his hand this time.
我不信，我不相信一个不分昼夜陪着何宗一母亲的人。
Thank
我更
you.
不相信你会刻意的引导冯斌反抗。别再拿你那套基因决定论来糊弄我。你知道我不相信这些的。
It almost feels like Peisu finally has Lo Weizhao's trust in his hands, and now he's so scared of something happening to Lo Weizhao because of it that he's just desperately trying to backpedal, you know?
我信你，也希望你可以相信我。
This show is insane. These shots are so beautiful. Oh, the emotion on that face.
那我能不能请师兄帮我个忙？
是吗？
I'm
这样
scared.
就知道了。
Okay. As long as it's not, can we go our separate ways?
谁能也做不到这一点。石头里并无疼痛，但在对石头的恐
It's so gratifying. Though logically speaking, his name does still need to be on that board, but
所产生，他就能成为最好的人。
ooh.
那时就会出现新生物，
Why can't we be listening to the creepy radio together?
出现新。
I'm feeling very weary. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of living for the fact that they're having to do a walk of shame.
这一切都太晚了。
That was heavy.
你以为这是小偷抢劫犯啊？
别跟他们废话，走。你有什么想法可以随时跟我联系啊。
你等着吧。
Okay.
龙霄要是一直不愿意露面，要不就随他吧。再说这事儿可大可小，咱们现在的重点不是还在冯斌的案子上吗？
Oh, is Wang Xiao the girl who was abused? The previous deer?
行了，一会儿魏文轩来了，我去审他。王潇那边，我叫裴素去一趟。
好。
Oh, okay.
哎，老大，
过家家呢，拿凉快点待着去。
老大，
Um,
魏文轩到了。
I get where he's coming from at the same time. Please don't let him be recruited into janitor under false belief.
哦，
He's just driving the Wejao's car, totally like casually. You know, we share a car now. What's weird about that? That also implies that if they do share a car now, Peisu dropped him off at work before taking the car for the day. Which there's just something super domestic about that, and I'm not okay.
我家不，我想去一趟那个女孩王小姐，但是忘记了她登记的地址还有门牌号了，你记得吗？我记得。
We're just gonna fry you alive for the plausible deniability.
你想去吗？
Oh my goodness, the dimples, the dimples.
不知道在哪里打听到了玉芬的2+2通道，把买房子的首付都花了，才把她送进去的。
This is a team up I wasn't expecting. Definitely not now.
有人在吗？
Oh goodness, I really hope she's okay.
等你想逃的时候，就打这张纸上电话，可以吗？
I appreciate that Peisu is very consistent about that.
在这种紧张的应急状态下，王笑什么都不会说，所以我把电话号码告诉他，也算是把主动权放在他手里。
We love a respectful man. Peisu is like weirdly such a green flag. He just has a very strange way of going about it.
他们家的窗户外面有防盗网，他从窗户里往窗外看，屋子本身也会增加他的安全感。
Ah, okay. I was like, we're not gonna put this on speaker, are we?
我在学校很孤僻，不讨人喜欢，没有朋友。
But side notes, I love how this is kind of subtly showing Xiao Haiyang that you shouldn't always be going in very aggressive and like confrontational. And Xiao Haiyang isn't generally that, like, he's not confrontational in the way that Lo Weijiao is. But if you think about how passionate he was when he was talking to them before, this kind of like allowing someone their space, and that being the thing that makes them feel like they can open up a little bit more, I think is something that Xiao Haiyang could benefit from learning.
其实有时候，人的思想是不自由的，因为外在无时无刻。现在呢？他是不是想让那些坏人们都付出代价？
我听说过那个人。
讲一下。
有没有见过一个40岁上下的男人？说他眼睛有点歪。
Who was the older sister who asked that?
知道了，龙运成，谢谢你。
The way he managed to charm this person without his looks. Like he literally just spoke to her and understood where she was coming from. And the warmth in his voice.
你帮了大忙了。
I hope she stays safe.
我们现在还住在这样的地方，都是为了我。
Judging the parents, like, oh, we decided to put you in a school that is gonna cost us our mortgage, more or less. So it's your fault. The kid didn't choose to be born, you know?
像我这样的人，说是死了比较好。
Oh. Why does it feel like Peisu is looking in a reflection? Looking in a mirror, sorry. Come on, Xiao Haiyang. Maybe.
我小时候性格也很古怪，现在的性格就更古怪，可能是天生的。我爸指着我跟我妈说：“这个累赘你带走，我多给你点钱。”
Oh.
结果被他一把推倒在地，眼看着他逃之夭夭。可我还想继续干下去试试，以后的日子那么长，也许有一天就会好起来呢。
Oh wow.
万一呢？
Wow. That hits so hard. Oh, this feels so satisfying. I really hope she stays safe though. But it's good that Xiao Haiyang was kind of like reminded of why he keeps pushing. That was great. That was great. Top to bottom, another amazing episode. And again, I can't believe how intertwined the emotional side of the show is to the case side, and the fact that we are allowed to see that emotional side, because they couldn't have moved to where they are now without the confrontation and the deep understanding that we got at the start of the episode. So the plot physically could have not progressed had they not had the fallout and then the reconciliation. And they showed us all that. They pulled no punches with how Lo Weijiao worded things to Peisu. And it just kind of blew my mind a little. There's a part of me that would like to think that Peisu obviously understands where this girl is coming from, because in a way he felt very similar to her. Not that Peisu hasn't always been extremely perceptive and emotionally intelligent, but there was something very raw about the way that he spoke to her, that I would like to believe was a result of having his own walls erased by Luo Weijiao's clear communication. So yeah, that was a great episode. I really loved it. I'm so grateful that I had the good subtitles to experience that through, because yeah, having to try and piece it together through the auto subs would, I think, have taken some of that emotional impact away, and it was great. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Let me know what you thought, and otherwise I'll see you in the next one. 再见。